Well, and here we are. Of all places in the world today, we are here. What a gift that is. May our pride and our joy enkindle fresh hope. May our acceptance into this community assure us of potentiality. May our gratitude enrich us with humility. May our extraordinary privilege direct us toward abundant compassion. May faith overcome our fear. And may being present to one another this day strengthen us in our common purpose, that our study of the past may lay bare truth, that our work presently plot a course toward justice, and the future find us cultivating the dignity of all persons and endeavoring to honor the whole of creation. May a spirit of deep wisdom take root in our hearts this day, and may we, in community, be rooted and grounded in love. You may be seated. And I now ask the Dean of the Faculty, Tim Cresswell, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good afternoon. As Dean of the Faculty, it is my pleasure to welcome faculty members, members of the administrative staff, upper year students, parents, and above all, the class of 2022. Transfer students and IDP students to the President's Convocation 2018. This event marks the official opening of the academic year at Trinity College. From this moment forward, we will vigorously engage each other in the challenging, fascinating, and pleasurable process of liberal arts education. Our newest students, as I look out at you today, supported on all sides by your faculty, fellow students, and parents, I congratulate you on the achievements that have brought each of you to this place, and offer my best wishes for a successful college career. And now, please welcome Christina Mealy, President of the Student Government Association and a member of the class of 2019, to bring greetings from the student body.
Thank you, Dean Cresswell. Hello, fellow students, faculty, and families. As your student body president, it is my pleasure to welcome you all here to Trinity. To the class of 2022, I'd like to take a few minutes to give you my perspective of this wonderful place and offer you some advice. As you sit here today, you probably think that you have an idea of what you want your Trinity experience to look like. I know I did when I first arrived. But really, I had no idea what my time here at Trinity would be And trust me, neither do most of you. You might not know it yet, but you are sitting on the threshold of the most transformative years of your life. These years will fly by and deliver many experiences. Experiences and situations that will build you as a student, as a friend, and as a person. You might think, as I did, that you have your major decided, or you know what clubs or sports teams you want to join, but I can tell you that I arrived at Trinity thinking I was going to be a biology major on a pre-med track, and now I'm a mathematics major who hopes to work in fashion. So I guess that's the power of a liberal arts education. If you told me 3 years ago that I would have the opportunity to get involved in student government, to start a sorority, to mentor middle school students, and to play the bells at the top of the chapel, all during my time here at Trinity, I would not have believed you. If you told me that I would one day be speaking to the entire incoming first-year class and their families without being nervous or intimidated, I would have probably disagreed. But I'm here because Trinity has taught me how to succeed in all that I do. Right now, everything about Trinity is new to you. You still aren't sure how to get to your dorm, where to go to eat, how to do laundry. Some of you might not plan on learning that one, but I do recommend it. And you don't know the names of any of those buildings yet. You're just following the directions that people are giving you and waiting for everything to settle. But my advice to you is don't settle. Don't let yourself fall into a routine here. Go out and continue to meet new people, explore new classes, and try new clubs. Not just your first few weeks of school, but all 4 years that you have here. When you find a group of people you like to hang out with, enjoy their company, maybe even make lifelong friends, but don't settle. Instead, take those friends with you to meet more people and make more connections to grow your community. And maybe you'll get to the point where you know every single face that you pass on the long walk. When you declare your major, don't settle. Our curriculum is designed so that we have freedom in our course selections both inside and outside of our majors. Don't just complete your minimum distribution requirements or your minimum major requirements. Keep exploring new classes and new subjects, and you might find a minor or a second major along the way. When you find your passion in a club, sport, job, or activity, make sure to make time for it in your schedule and give it your all, but don't settle. Take a squash class. Go with your friends to a club event, and continue to explore opportunities to expose yourself to a new sport, a different activity, other cultures, new ideas, and different perspectives. As you head back to your dorm or off to another orientation activity after this, I want you to remember not to settle at Trinity, but rather keep yourself on your toes and take advantage of all that you can during your time here. You may never be in an environment like this one again, where there are so many diverse opportunities at your fingertips. You might be thinking, what's the rush? Well, there is no rush, but there is an opportunity to do, see, and learn around every corner here at Trinity. And I'm sure you have heard this a million times, and it is a bit cliche, but the past 3 years of Trinity have flown by for me. And I'm so glad that I never settled, but rather kept exploring and found myself a better student, friend, and person because of it. Thank you for listening to my perspective, and I hope these words help you as you begin your journey here at Trinity. I now ask the Secretary of the Faculty, Jennifer Reagan-Lefebvre, to bring greetings from the faculty upon this occasion.
Good afternoon. Thank you. On behalf of all the faculty, welcome to your new intellectual community, Trinity College. As the Secretary of the Faculty, I represent all of your Trinity professors in extending this welcome to you. We, the faculty, are here to teach you and to advance research and scholarship. We take enormous pride in the education that we offer, and we are delighted to have you in our classrooms. I want to begin by managing your expectations to avoid future disappointment. I will not be wearing this academic gown to class. Perhaps your vision of a college professor was, in fact, a cross between a peacock and a beach ball. I am sorry to report that most of us are more business casual on a typical day. What does a professor look like anyway? When I was in kindergarten, we had a special day at school where we all had to dress up like our future profession. I was going to wear my favorite dress because I was adamant that when I grew up, I would be a secretary. My mother was distraught. She said to me, "Don't you want to be a doctor? You could wear your doctor's uniform. You could bring your little, Fisher-Price stethoscope." My mother was the first person in her family to go to college, as I know that many of you are. She believes in education. She's since become a teacher herself. She sought out the best school for me, and she wanted me to use my talents to the fullest. Of course, I had no idea then what a privilege my education was. I just knew that I really loved our school secretary, Mrs. Cushing. But those relationships matter. The good news is that I turned out just fine. Look, Mom, I'm a doctor now. And a secretary. The faculty secretary. And I'm often told today that I don't look like a college professor. I can assure you, I am. As are all the people sitting on the first 2 rows in front of me. We, your professors, come from a range of different backgrounds. One thing we have in common is our devotion to excellence in our respective academic fields. No matter who you are or where you are from, there will be a faculty member who understands you and your life experience. For all the parents who are here, and it seems that there are more parents than students, let me reassure you, your Trinity students will also find their way. There might be moments over the next few years where you wonder where they are headed. But we, the faculty, will always push them hard to use their talents to the fullest. And for those parents who are just stuck on the mention of the word kindergarten, thinking, wasn't that yesterday? Well, I dropped off my daughter at her first day of kindergarten this morning. So I stand with you in solidarity, #all the feels. But don't get too emotional, that's why we have you behind the net. Let me return to the idea of expectations. Students of the class of 2022, at some point during the next few months, you are going to stop and ask yourselves, what does this professor expect me to do? I want to give you 3 fairly universal guidelines to guide you over the next 4 years. Number 1, we expect you to do the work. No one looks surprised. You may have been told that after you finish college, you enter the so-called real world. That is rubbish. College is real, and it gets real really fast. You'll start classes on Tuesday, and you should read the syllabus and start working immediately. You are adults. We take you seriously. And we give you serious work to do, with real consequences if you don't do it, but you will. Number 2, we expect respect. Come to class on time. Spell check your emails. Don't reply to a text while you're sitting in my office going over your midterm. Thank you for looking horrified. You can take my class. We will treat you with respect too, because this is a community. Represent our community well, with respect and dignity, whether you are on campus or off. Three, we expect you to ask for help. We are educators. We are here to help you learn. We won't be annoyed if you have not understood something that we discussed in class, or if you're having a personal problem which is affecting your work. While we fully expect you to be challenged, a big part of college is learning how to identify and solve problems, including your own. Trinity has outstanding resources, and we expect you to use them. I said I would do 3, I'm going to throw in a bonus one. 4, we expect you to enjoy yourselves, to enjoy learning new things, to enjoy struggling, like through a difficult reading where you suddenly understand what it's all about, to enjoy immersing yourself in a new culture when you study abroad, to enjoy working in a team, in a laboratory, in theater rehearsals, or on the playing field, to enjoy getting to know the vibrant city of Hartford. Sure, enjoy socializing, I guess. But hopefully also enjoy getting to know us, the faculty, your professors, as we lead you on an intellectual journey over the next 4 years. We will enjoy getting to know you because you are here to learn, and we, the faculty, are here to teach you. Welcome to Trinity. I would now like to invite Dayla Whaley, a member of the class of 2020, to tell you about some of the traditions that unite our campus in the spirit of friendship, respect, and hard work.
Thank you, Professor Reagan Lefebvre. Good afternoon. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome the class of 2022 to Trinity. During the college's 194-year history, we have acquired many traditions that bind us together as a community. The one that our alumni are the proudest of is their lifetime loyalty to their alma mater, the Fuller Arch located on our long walk, which would typically be right behind you guys, is named for Henry Fuller, a member of the class of 1938, whose $39 million bequest is the largest in the college's history. And while Fuller's gift was extraordinary, it is typical of Trinity alumni from all walks of life that they give back to the college to repay what they see as a debt of incalculable worth. This unwavering support has helped Trinity place themselves among the college's top liberal arts colleges. A tradition that the class of 2022 just learned about as they marched into the ceremony concerns the inscription of the pavement in front of the Fuller Arch. Students walked past a photo as they entered the rink today, since its placement in 1929 to commemorate a visit by President Theodore Roosevelt. The students have been avoiding stepping on it because of urban legend, says that they won't graduate on time if they do so. Another Trinity tradition is the lemon squeezer. Later in this ceremony, you will have the opportunity to see this tradition in action as Christina Mealy uses it to prepare a toast to you, the class of 2022. I hope that you will enjoy these and other Trinity traditions and all of your years at Trinity College, as they will extend a lifelong relationship between you and this wonderful place. That is all I have to say, but please welcome Angel B. Perez, Vice President for Enrollment and Student Success.
Good afternoon, class of 2022. Today is my favorite day of the year. It's full of excitement and new beginnings, and we get to celebrate with you after what I know has been a long road for you to get here. I know how hard all of you have worked to get to this moment today. Not just the students, but all the wonderful parents sitting in the back. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. You have officially survived the college admissions process. It's over, folks. You can celebrate. Students, just think, you will never have to log into the Common Application ever again. For those of you that went to high schools with Navions, you will never see another college scattergram in your life. No more checking the College Board's websites for test scores either. And parents, you will never have to nag your children about whether they finish writing that college essay again. The hard work was worth it because guess what? You have arrived exactly where you were meant to be. I'd like to officially welcome you to your new extended family, Trinity College. And you should be proud of the fact that you have made it here today. This is one of the most extraordinary entering classes in the college's history. Today we have 589 first-year students, 17 transfer students, and 8 IDP students, members of our adult program. You were literally handpicked during one of the college's most selective years in our history. I want you to think about it this way. The majority of the people who applied to be sitting in your chair today were turned away, but instead, we chose you. We have a really rigorous and detail-oriented admissions process. We focus not just on your academic and co-curricular success, but also your personal character. By the time we actually send you an admissions letter, we've read your file 2, maybe 3 times, and discussed your application in admissions committee sometimes up to 5 times. So please do not take this honor lightly. You have a duty and a responsibility to live up to the extraordinary potential that Trinity saw in you. I know that you will do all the amazing things in the classroom, on the fields, in your social groups, and of course, in the city of Hartford. Today, you are coming from all over the country and all over the world, and there are so many things that you should be proud of. The class of 2022 is the most diverse class in the history of the college. The majority of you are from outside of New England. Students are coming from as far as California, Wyoming, Washington, Oregon, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Utah, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, and so much more. You should also know that the world has come to Hartford today. Sitting here in this audience is the largest international student class to ever attend Trinity College. That deserves a round of applause. So because of you, class of 2022, we now have 72 different countries represented at Trinity. You come from as far away as Rwanda and India, China, the U.A.E., Jordan, Jamaica, Canada, Malaysia, Pakistan, Mexico, Guatemala, and so many more countries. You're part of the class with one of the highest number of students of color and the highest number of students who are first in their family to go to college. So why does this matter? Why is having such an interesting and diverse group of people come together like this, why does it matter? Well, I personally think that the Residential Liberal Arts College is one of the most unique social experiments in the world. Think about it. We have brought all of you together from all over the world with different political beliefs, religions, socioeconomic backgrounds, races, and ethnicities, and we say, go. Live together, work together, figure it out. It's exciting, but it's also challenging. There will be times when you don't agree with each other, and you all certainly view the world very differently. But it's the best preparation for living in the world that you will inherit when you graduate. I promise you that you are going to learn a lot from your faculty at Trinity College, but you will also learn so much more from each other and leave here better equipped to live in our diverse and beautiful world. So finally, I want you to know that among the impressive statistics, really what impressed us, besides the academic rigor that you brought, the co-curricular rigor that you brought, were the stories that you told us about the things that you did. Sitting in the audience today, we have a student who has already written and published 2 books, a student who founded a nonprofit that delivers supplies to remote areas of Vietnam. One of you has already delivered presentations at Google Summits. One of you has won a national prize for your aerospace satellite design. One of you is an apprentice blacksmith. One of you is a world champion ice skater. You must love the fact that we're in the ice rink right now. One of you saved someone's life when you worked as a lifeguard. One of you already holds a patent for a heating system. Many of you have already given TED Talks, and one of you has worked as an assistant director for a feature Bollywood film. And there are hundreds of other stories that I can tell. But simply put, you are an extraordinary group, and we are proud to have you at Trinity. In your applications, you told us that you want to use your education to have an impact on the world. And I know that you will spend the next 4 years at Trinity College learning how to do just that. So President Berger-Sweeney, it is my pleasure to present to you the extraordinary Trinity College class of 2022.
Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome back to all of those members of our community who have returned to this beautiful campus to begin another year. And welcome to our newest members of the Trinity family, new staff, new faculty, and most especially on this day, the members of the great class of 2022 and the family members who have come to launch you on this extraordinary journey. Now, I will remark that very often we say, parents, families, and friends, we want there to be a separation between you and the students. But I promise in the future to not put you behind nets to remind you of that. For many of you, we won't be back together, all of us together like this, until you graduate in 4 years. Imagine that. You are joining this community at an exciting time in the college's history. In 5 short years, we'll celebrate Trinity's 200th birthday. And these next few years promise tremendous progress toward our vision for the future. But don't worry, you won't have to wait 5 years to realize the benefits. The work we're doing to implement the college's new strategic plan is already making a difference in the experiences you'll have. You will be more global, more connected to Hartford, and a part of a more sustainable and inclusive community. Think about this. Next year's Convocation and matriculation will mark 50 years since the college became co-ed. In 1969, Allison Adler became the first woman to sign the matriculation register as a first-year student at Trinity College. And today, with the class that is about 50% women, I'm sure you can't even imagine Trinity as an all-male institution. Next year, we will commemorate that symbolic act and the 50th anniversary of coeducation. Adler's signing of our historic and treasured matriculation book marked the beginning of sweeping changes at Trinity and at so many other colleges that went co-ed around the same time. You are the beneficiaries of that change, and you have the responsibility to continue to move this community forward. For me, this is an interesting year too. I'm starting my 5th year as president of Trinity. Last year's graduates came at the start of my presidency, so in a way, I felt that I graduated with them. Except I get to stay and begin anew with you. Now, aren't I lucky? You have heard from Angel Perez that you are a spectacular, diverse class that is raring to go. And I can't wait to see how you change. Our new students, staff, and faculty members change us. Let me tell you, students and families, this journey will be amazing. I say this not only because I know about Trinity and the experiences that you'll have, but also as a parent who is fully immersed in the world of higher education. My daughter will be beginning her senior year, and my son has just begun his college career, and both at liberal arts institutions. My children are two very different people. In fact, they are pretty much as different as night and day. But I see so clearly the ways that college, especially a liberal arts education, has transformed my daughter over these last 3 years. And that personal transformation and growth, more than any other measurable outcome or data point, fills me with gratitude as a parent and inspires me every day as president of Trinity. I see in my college senior daughter a set of skills and a perspective that gives her the ability to see the world differently than she did before, to understand problems and frame issues with complexity and sophistication. Her education has made her more insightful. Her curiosity and creativity have blossomed and has provided her with tools to pursue her passions, whether independently or in collaboration with others. She's a physics major who studied abroad in Germany last semester, and through her experiences, she has learned what it means to be a member of a diverse and inclusive community. That really is my wish for all of you. Trinity is a diverse and inclusive community, indeed, a community that is probably more diverse than probably any other that you have been a part of previously. We intentionally bring together people from varied backgrounds and cultures with a variety of beliefs and perspectives. Why do we do this? Because we know, just as every scientific study that I've read suggests, that different perspectives allow people to be more creative, to find better solutions, and to live more satisfied lives. Let me repeat that. Every scientific study that I've read suggests that people with different perspectives from different cultures create teams that find better solutions to our complex societal problems. I hope that you are saying to yourself right about now, I want to be a part of that. Undoubtedly, when you bring a diverse community together, there are challenges to be truly inclusive. Sometimes community members make mistakes and say things that do not represent our community values. Unfortunately, that happened this summer. And as is increasingly the case, an eruption in social media ensues that many know when and how an individual misbehaves. But here and now, I reaffirm our values as a diverse, inclusive community committed to respect and to treating each other with respect. Our words matter. Words can uplift a community or tear it down. Hateful, hurtful speech has no place here, nor does racism, sexism, or any behavior or expression that hinders the ability of all members of this community to thrive and to fully claim Trinity as their own. I value free speech, but there are consequences for speech that harms individuals or espouses hate, and we hold individuals accountable for their actions here. In today's world, equipping students with these skills and understanding how to navigate these complex issues is incredibly valuable. And because you have made an important decision to come to Trinity, to come to this place at this time, your education will be enriched by real-world relevance of studying in a diverse, culturally rich, innovation and tech-happy capital city. Trinity has always been in Hartford, and we are also of Hartford, deeply, and I encourage you to embrace the city, be active citizens, and take advantage of all of the opportunities that it provides. Now, one more note about your role as a citizen. For many of you, this November's election will be your first opportunity to exercise this particular privilege of citizenship, voting. Don't squander it. I cannot tell you how proud I was when each of my children, when they turned 18, came and showed me their voting card and that they had registered to vote. So please take advantage of that opportunity. I saw some great advice for new college students, which I think is also good for new student parents to hear. It was in a recent article in the New York Times by Frank Bruni. Students are not customers, and this education we provide is not a product. In his column, Bruni quotes a University of North Carolina administrator who says the wisest students move into a peer relationship with the institution rather than a consumer relationship with it. They take on leadership roles, they serve as research assistants, they seek out mentors, and they become mentors themselves. Bruni also cited recent research from Gallup and Strata Education Network an enormous study of more than 70,000 college graduates that looked for connections between how people spent their time in college and how fulfilled they were in the future. The takeaways: those who built deep relationships with mentors, who engaged in long-term academic projects, and who were involved in campus organizations were the most fulfilled later in life. They took an active, assertive approach and seized the opportunities that college provided. So my advice to you: worry less, learn more. Connect, create, and commit to your education. And look around. We are all here to help you thrive at Trinity. When you enter college, you join a community of learners, faculty, staff, students, and alumni who are here to support you. I'm going to introduce you to one important piece of that great support system now. The Bantam Network is at the heart of our community and at the start of your Trinity journey. There are 10 nests, each unique and equipped with a multitude of resources to help you transition to college. Your nest is organized by groups of first-year seminars. Each one has a dean, a staff member, a faculty member associated with it. You will live in neighboring residence halls with people in your nest. And while this is intended to help you, particularly in your first year at Trinity, know that your nest identity is yours to claim throughout your time here. Your nest is a kind of home always for you to come back to and to seek support. Now, just before Convocation, you were handed an envelope. Raise your envelopes up. Open your envelopes. You may now open them up and discover what nest you are a part of. Welcome to Trinity. Welcome home. And now it's time for Dean Cresswell to come forward to officially launch the academic year. Thank you.
It's now my duty and privilege to declare that the 195th academic year of Trinity College is hereby officially underway. May each of you excel in your studies and be moved and transformed by the ideas and the intellectual passions you're about to encounter. Christina Mealy, will you please help us celebrate with a lemonade toast to Trinity and the class of 2022?
The tradition of the lemon squeezer says that it should be handed down to the class whose aggregate excellence in scholarship, moral character, and the qualities requisite to popularity are the highest. As we prepare to toast to you, the class of 2022, we know that you will be worthy of this tradition and that you may someday come to be the possessors of the coveted lemon squeezer. As we ask at this time for audience members to retrieve the bottles of lemonade under their seats to participate in the toast to Trinity and the class of 2022.
while they get theirs. Is there anything to scoop it out with?
Scoop in there. It's kind of
Is there a scooper?
Yes. Yeah, there is.
Okay. That's probably good.
Come along here, is that what I should do?
Probably me first.
Of course. Silly me.
Silly you. I know. Okay. That's okay. We can. Why don't you take yours and we'll propose a toast? Okay. Oh yes, of course. Sorry, Gayla. Okay. We can wait. What's the rush? We decided not to rush. We're in air conditioning, right? We can take it easy. Okay. Today, we propose a toast to the class of 2022 and to all new students as well as the college, not only for its extraordinary past, but also for its extraordinary future. May a similar group of scholars be assembled here 'neath the elms. If we were outside, we would literally be 'neath the elms. 195 years from now, eagerly anticipating the year ahead, and may they look back to our words and actions as examples of the best that Trinity can be. Hear, hear. Following the recessional, please join us for the family barbecue in the Mather Dining Hall. I now ask everyone to please stand for the alma mater sung by the Trinity College Chapel Singers. Please remain standing until the platform party has made its way up the aisle.